evening, guys. And it's evening here. I don't know what it is wherever you all are. But wherever you are, I hope that you're all okay and doing well. And as you can see, and I don't know if that light is ultimately going to be bright enough, but Amaya is out with me this evening, and she just shed yesterday. So yeah, I wanted to get her out so you could see her and just help you with that little curly tail of hers on the end. But yes, she's looking very nice at the moment. So I've brightened the light up a little bit, just so I know that you can actually see her. But tonight what I wanted to actually talk about was snakes and their instincts. And what that means, well, for me and how I see it these days is, what instincts? You know, people say that their mentality is instinctual. I don't quite see it like that anymore. You know, certainly out in the wild, yes. But in captivity, would you see it in exactly the same way? I kind of don't. You know, these guys have come from captive bred, possibly great grandparents, and so on. You know, she could be, what, the 5th generation of, or the 6th generation of captive bred? I don't know. What's this little curly tail for? What is this for? Hey? It's just so cute. But anyway, instincts. I really feel a lot of them are gone now. They don't have to hunt to find their prey anymore. We dangle it on a set of tongs for them. So they still have that instinct to eat, but is that because they have to eat? You know, some snakes are more in that food response mode than others, and they like to go in that strike and hit and whatever. But I know, for example, Amaya occasionally does that, but more often than not, she just goes over and picks it up and very gently takes it away, as does Amaya. She doesn't strike at her food at all, and that's not because she's little, because a Pani is more likely to strike at it. Jesse strikes at it still, but I know over time he won't do that either. Lily sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. Jack, his last feed, he wasn't interested in striking. He just very gently went over and picked it up and took it away. You know, so I kind of feel, you know, snakes have lost their fear. Certainly the snakes that we keep in our lives, the fear of us. You know, instinct out in the wild is to take off and get away from us because they're fearful of us. You know, they've adapted to living in our world as much as, for me, I live in theirs. But they've certainly adapted to our way of life, of being around us, being in our company, sharing their space with us. You know, that isn't instinctual. You know, and in saying that, you know, that saying of, you know, they tolerate us. You know, I don't see that at all, because my snakes come out and spend time with me because they choose to, and not because I'm going in and grabbing them and bringing them out. They do that all by themselves. They're the ones that come to the door and ask to come out. You know, my snakes will not use the toilet in their enclosure. For them, they also let me know I need to go outside and go to the toilet. So if it were just instinct, I need to go to the toilet, they would just go in their enclosure. They wouldn't ask me to come out. And honestly, you know, Jack is a prime example of a snake that will hang on. He'll go a month without going to the toilet because I haven't given him the opportunity. I mean, I need to rephrase that. If Jack is in shed and a snake that doesn't like to come out when he's in shed, he will hang on during that whole shedding process. And it's not until I get after he's shed and I get him out, he will go to the toilet. Because I always am aware when they need to go to the toilet and I'll get them out. So I didn't really put that right, because I don't and make my snakes wait a month before I get them out. So they get plenty of opportunity to go to the toilet. So eventually, little Missy here, being so young and coming into my life, will also get used to the fact that she goes outside and she goes to the toilet and will not want to dirty in her enclosure either. Of course, I'm working on that with Tessa as well, and we'll get there. I'm quite confident that we will get there. So, you know, for everybody that says, you know, that these guys run on instinct, I just don't see that at all anymore. Not with your captive bred. They don't need those instincts as much as if they were out in the wild. It's just my thoughts on snakes and their instincts, Amaya. You know, instincts would be for her to be having a go at me. But she doesn't want to do that at all. So, you know, even taking my guys outside, they don't run away. They don't try and get away and take off into to no man's land and get on with life as free. You know, it just doesn't work like that anymore with captive bred snakes. A snake, I don't know if I may have said this in a video that I haven't posted, was rescued recently from under a bridge that was obviously a captive kept snake. He was terrified, absolutely terrified of where he was. He didn't know what to do. He was curled up in the spot and he was so stressed. And the moment that he was picked up, it was like he gave this sigh of relief. Thank goodness a human has found me. So, a little bit of thought. What do you think? Do you think that's true? That they just run on instinct still? Or do you think they've lost a lot of it? I guess it comes back to that video I did about could we put our captive bred and kept snakes back into the wild, and would they survive? Do they have the instincts still there to survive? I don't believe so. So let me know. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. And she has been staying so still. And I really wanted to have a little bit of a crawl around, but she doesn't want to. Do you? What do you think, Amaya? Well, of course we know that she wouldn't survive due to her colour. She would have no hope of surviving. What are you doing? You've been a very quiet girl tonight. I'd like her to sort of move a little bit so that you can see her. But she's very, yeah, hanging on to me at the moment. But there she is, as best as I can show you. I think she's a little bit tired still after shedding, to be quite honest. But we'll try and get some little shots of her. There we go. So Amaya, you're going to be the one to say ciao tonight. And guys, always take care of yourself, the ones that you love, and these little guys as well, and your big guys. What do you think? Okay. Ciao. What you doing, Baba?